Good morning, peeps. It's Shauna the Tax Goddess. Today I want to cover the NOL, which stands for Net Operating Loss. Now, this was a change that came about in the CARES Act Bill 3, but it's CARES Act 1, Bill 3. Okay, so there's a lot of acts and a lot of pieces. Right now they're working on the CARES Act 2. It's crazy. But anyway, so net operating losses, all right? So long story short, what the CARES Act 1 said was that if you have an NOL, net operating loss, from 2018, 2019, or 2020, they are going to allow you to carry that NOL backwards up to 5 years. Now, most people, I want to start with the basic definition of what is an NOL, okay? So I'll run some basic examples. Let's say you're married, so husband and wife. Husband makes $100,000 on a W-2, and wife owns a business, but the business in 2020, because of COVID, lost $60,000, okay? So husband makes $100,000 on W-2, wife lost $60,000 on the business. Now, that combination, if you combine those two incomes, that is actually a $40,000 profit. You're still at a $40,000 profit. That is not an NOL, unfortunately. Now, I mean, the good bit is that $60,000 negative from the wife's business will offset the husband's W-2, which is great. You'll get a big refund from the husband's W-2, but that is not an NOL. That is not something that's going to get carried backwards. Now, if those two things were swapped, okay, if the husband's W-2 was $60,000 and the wife's loss was $100,000, now we're at negative 40, right? That negative 40 is an NOL, a net operating loss. So that NOL, that negative 40, if it's caused in 2020, we'll be able to carry it back 5 years. So 2019, 18, 17, 16, 15. Now, we do have to go back to 15, right? So whatever amount, let's say you had a $10,000 taxable income in 15, that negative 40 would offset the 10, and 30,000 would roll to the next year, okay? And it would keep going through those years until you've gotten refunds from all of those years, from all the tax that you've paid until your NOL is out, okay? So the NOL process can be done in multiple ways. You can go back and actually amend a tax return, but of course that means you might be amending 5 years worth of tax returns, or you can apply, there's a special form inside the tax return, the current year, the 2020, that you can apply for what's called the NOL Carry Back. So you want to be looking at that, whether you should go back and amend or whether you should use the special form inside the tax return to do the NOL carryback with your CPA. So now the NOL, you know, this is a big question, right? Well, at the moment, I think I have a loss for 2020. Can I go and apply for this NOL right now to try and get my cash back? Unfortunately not. You have to wait until you actually finish your 2020 tax return, which for most people is going to be December 31st. You know, that's when the year is over. Most people are calendar years. So you do have to wait for the year to be over. But if you had a net operating loss in 2018 or in 2019, you can absolutely go back and file amended tax returns now to get that money back. So the NOL process, this again was the CARES Act 1, Bill number 3 that allowed us to do this. And it was a change from the most recent tax code, big massive change, which happened January 1st, 2018, when they actually, this 5-year rule was the old rule, okay? They got rid of it January 1st, 2018, and then here COVID happened, so now they effectively put it back into place. So, if you have a net operating loss, if you look at your tax return and you have a negative taxable income, okay, that is most likely, it's not 100% of cases, but that is most likely, that means that you have an NOL, either a negative AGI, adjusted gross income, or a negative taxable income. Either one of those being negative, you may have a net operating loss. All right, thanks so much, guys. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out, post your questions. If you're not a member of the Facebook group, go join the Facebook group and let us know. We'd be happy to help you and answer any questions. All right, thanks so much, guys. Bye.